How's my hair?
Oh. My makeup is done. Mi café caliente. And stuff.
And go. Okay, well, 2020.
2020. Wow, here we are. Happy New Year, everyone.
Cheers.
It's been a while, and this is a show about
Nothing.
and a little bit about everything.
I'm Maricel.
And I'm Elizabeth, and we are so happy to be back in 2020. We took a brief break during the holiday seasons
Yes.
to, what is it?
Missed you.
I miss you too. It was so much was going on.
Yes,
It was
it was.
hard, but you know, we took this break to kind of re-energize and think through our plans for 2020 and take our vacation, celebrate our holidays with the family,
Oh,
and
yes.
so many things. But today I think we want to start with talking about Puerto Rico and honoring the beautiful island that we have all come to love and
Yes.
enjoy, right? Because we have families over there with this earthquake situation that's happening, and it's crazy. It's totally crazy.
I'm just, wow.
Mm.
Wow. And you arrived a day before.
The day after.
No, the earthquake. You weren't there for the earthquake.
No, I
You
arrived
came,
January 6th.
and it was the 7th.
The 7th, but they all so it started. You know, it's fascinating to me how things are happening in a little chunk of the island, right? But then the rest of the island continues to live a normal life, right? And I
Yes.
struggle with that. Like, how do you support, you know, your people, or how do you go about your daily life? So many people are suffering. But the day we were coming back, we had that bigger one, the 5.7. It was very interesting because we were all getting ready. We were leaving our house about 6:30, not my house, my father-in-law's house.
In Ponce, right?
And Ponce. And Ponce is one of the areas that's been getting quite a bit of
Yes.
the earthquake too, the tremblers. And my father-in-law's girlfriend says, "Oh, did you guys see that? You know, there was an earthquake and the house shaked and blah, blah, blah." And we're like, you know, kind of running about our business because we were trying to get out. And she quickly Googled it and saw that it was the 5.7 one, and the
Wow.
chandelier and everything, but I didn't feel it. And so 3 of the shakes, I didn't feel anything, although they happened. So either I sleep hard or my energy is focused somewhere else. But when we were taking off, we got the next hard one. That one was like, I think the 6.0, or maybe 6.0, and that day. And we were taking off, like running on the runway, and they halted our plane to let us know that there was another tremble, and that we couldn't take off until they inspected the runway and stuff. So it was, you know, kind of scary and everything. But then we took off and have this beautiful video that I shot from the sky that shows our beautiful island. And then the next day, it really all happened. And
it's horrible. I mean,
what can
and it's interesting of what you said. It's like this part of the, you know, Ponce is hit, and then the rest of Puerto Rico are on the beach.
Right.
They're going about their business, you know. And yeah, like you said, I don't understand. Like, oh, I'm here, and I'm thinking, how can I help? Because for Maria, what I did was we did a fundraiser here at Ponce. I said, I'm taking the money, I'm purchasing the items, and I'm going to deliver it to the people. But in this case, I'm not going to go to Puerto Rico, you know, and how can I help from here? So what I came up with was, I have family members that, you know, thank God, you know, the family got together. They're in San Juan right now.
Okay.
They should be taking off tomorrow. They'll be here tomorrow night.
Got it.
But see, some people that are arriving, they don't have the coats, the boots. So that's where I want to come in. And we are going to come in. And, you know, if you have a family member that's arriving, then we could, you know,
Support
provide
here.
with the coats and the socks. I'm always saying socks.
Socks are important.
And and the scarves.
Yeah,
and stuff
heat
like
rises,
that.
cold rises
That's
from the
how I
bottom
say.
up. I think that's a really great idea, and I've been actually thinking about how I can send clothes and things out there. But I think this approach is so much better. And you know, when Hurricane Maria hit too, my husband was in Puerto Rico, and so imagine kind of being worried about my husband, my in-laws, and my parents. But he luckily got out of the airport a few days afterwards because I was compelled to say, get to the airport and stay there. And he did. And he actually caught one of the humanitarian flights out to Chicago, didn't have to pay anything. And I am forever grateful for United Airlines for that humanitarian flight. And my cousins, Elizabeth and Tony Rosado, who lives in Ay Bonito right now, they actually started collecting money from people, and they got like $3,000, and they started buying things and went and made 3 visits to the different places. They went to Yauco, I think they went to Guananilla, and one other place, and they took so much stuff. They just kept unloading their cards and taking it out there. And so there's a lot of organizations doing things to support Puerto Rico. The only thing that we caution you is to be really careful who you donate to. Make sure that whatever you're donating is a legit organization. So I have stuff for you. I have a coat that actually is in my car right now that doesn't fit. So I wear it, but it doesn't close because I kind of like grew from up here a little bit more. So
show off.
It doesn't close.
Thank you, Victoria's Secret. My secret is out.
The secret is out. But all in all, I would say I was in Puerto Rico for my vacation, and it was beautiful. And it wasn't at the point where things were happening, but we had a great time. We saw Wilfredo Vargas at New Year's Eve, who's getting up there in age, but he has really, his backup singers were young guys, and they were very engaging, and he has a great kind of backup team. For the moment, I think when he retires, that they can take over. They're really good. I really like them. And it was fun. I had a great time. Christmas, Christmas was good.
Yeah.
Had family over. And
yeah, Christmas, it was not over today because since we've come back together, Elizabeth brings me my Christmas gift. It's BoricuaTALKS show bracelets.
Yes.
Mari said.
And because we're twins, I
We're
have the
twinsies.
gold one. I don't know if we can do a close-up of this picture or our bracelets, but
we'll get a picture. We'll link it down below. You know how it is.
Elizabeth, BoricuaTALKS, Mari said. Yes, we're attached now.
Yes, forever. So please subscribe, share our YouTube channel, information, anything that you want to know about us or something that's going on in the neighborhood, or better yet is how I'm going to move forward with the coat drive. Like if you have a family, you know what, I'll be in the airport con las medias, las botas, y el coat, because a lot of, like my family, we are blessed. We all came together and they have their stuff together already, and a place to stay. There's 4 of them. So we're like, okay, well, they're all staying. But my aunt, she calls me, she goes, Mari, los vamos a quedar contigo. I'm like, pues, hay plenty of floor.
You know
Air
what?
mattress, we'll make it happen. But the thing is, my family's out of harm's way. So,
that's good.
But we still have my uncle, Tio Willow y Mayra, because her mother's elderly. So, thank you for sticking out. But they went with other family members. Out of harm's way.
My parents are their 80s, and before vacation, I actually flew out there, and that's one of the reasons why we didn't do our show, was because my stepdad was very ill. They didn't expect him to come out of it, but he came out of it. But now he says, what didn't kill me in the hospital is going to kill me through these earthquakes, and he's so funny because he laughs about it, right? But the fear is everywhere. My parents won't even sleep in their bed now. Like they sleep. Actually, I spoke to my mom this morning. She's sleeping on the sofa. She's like, I said, so why are you sleeping on the sofa? And then to be closer to the door because you don't want to be in your room. What is it? She's like, I want to be closer to the door. So they sleep with clothes on. She's sleeping on the sofa, and then they have her bag. She has a bag because I told them to create a bag right next to them so they can exit the house. Their house is on columns too, which is kind of one of the houses they're trained to be really careful with because they're not
on the cars or in the bottom of it.
No, actually drives in. They could, but they never chose to do that, but they have a drive-in. But it's on 4 columns, which you have to be really careful. So I said, so what about Juancho? And she's like, oh, Juancho sleeps in the room. And I said, so what are you going to do? Leave him behind when something happens? She's like,
each to their own.
I know, no. I'm like, she goes, I'm going to go get him. I'm like, so why are you sleeping on the sofa? Why don't you just sleep in the room then if you're going to go back and get him? And she's like, yo no sé. And I said, mira, I would be like, I'll meet you outside.
Now, I called my uncle and stuff, and they're a little shaken up, of course.
Yeah.
But they have their spirits and they make jokes, and I'm like, okay, but that's how you have to be. I guess that's how they're dealing with it. Just like, él dijo el temple que lo tengo, no sé si ordenarlo de vainilla, and I'm like, what, tío? What are you saying? And I'm over can I do? But they're fine over there, just shaking up. Yeah, they have. That's how their spirits are. So if they prevail from Maria, they're going to prevail from this one as well.
I'm going to say this. I am so proud to be Puerto Rican. Yes. I loved my culture since forever, but going back this time for vacation and listening to a lot of people that I met, and they're talking about the earthquake, but they were talking about Hurricane Maria and the resilience that they have to push ahead, and the planning that they put into place should something happen, right? I met the owner of Calle Once, which is a sandwich place on the 11th Street in Ponce. And she was saying how after Maria, this is a woman who was running a huge successful business with her husband. Her husband overnight got full, Alzheimer, but it just advanced very quickly. She's taking care of him, and she's telling me about the plan that she has in place should something happen. But she's also sharing with me how they dealt with it in Hurricane Maria, and she jumped into action right away. She had her daughter go find a new washer. I don't know how they found it, but they got it, brought it back, and opened it up to the community to come wash their clothes, and they fed them, and they made, what they would make, calderos, big things of rice, and how they just, my gosh, and they so happy and upbeat. I was like, oh my, this is beautiful. Like we don't stumble,
Yeah, no, it's like when Maria as well. When I arrived, I stood at my aunt's house. And we were there. Walmart was amazing. They donated 100 bags. We were bagging out water, beans, and stuff. And my family was like, oh, pues vamos a ayudar de las fuerzas. And my aunt was receiving phone calls. Mira, están dando agua aquí, están acá.
Gosh,
They help each other, and that's so beautiful. Look, it gives me goosebumps. They help each other. They call each other, and they're like, oh, aquí están dando, aquí te cogí esto, tengo esto para ti. It's like, wow.
Yeah, I'm proud of our island. No matter what people say or think, these are very strong people and very resilient. So it's pretty awesome. And, God bless them, and that things get better sooner rather than later. And
yeah,
so
but,
forth.
they got to go through this hard patch, and then, you know what?
It'll balance itself out.
Pa'lante.
You don't get the earth up there. It's
Puerto
gonna
Rico de pie.
De pie and everything else.
Yeah.
So we did a vision book.
Yes, we did.
In December.
Yes, we did. We did a vision book, and it was. I tried to organize one for my girls here at Ponce, and we're with our schedule, and it was just crazy. But I loved it. We had the essential oils, which were amazing. So now I don't think you can smell it. I put it in my hair, the lavender.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I put it in my hair.
Yeah.
And let me see, adventurous.
So this one here.
I put trips.
She put trips, but she's looking for the man of her dreams. And so when you do a vision book,
we're not talking about relationships. But if you're out there, link it down below. No.
Yeah, link it. This woman's amazing. But there was somebody else who, it was interesting. I led this, the vision book, like Maricel said. And I think half the women there maybe were looking for a man in 2020.
Yeah.
And these are some fabulous, professional, down-to-earth women that, if you're a man out there watching this, you're looking for someone in 2020, link up with us because I have some introductions to do for you. But what was hilarious of this vision book was she couldn't find sort of the bling bling for her finger and was about to take somebody's bling bling picture.
And she's like, no, you found it, that's your ring.
Well, because if you find something, that's yours, right? And so granted, it was 3 rings, and Maricel just wanted one of them, but it wasn't working that way. It just doesn't happen. It was like, no, you can't have the bling bling. You got to find your own. I have a magazine, a wedding magazine for you. I have to bring it.
Oh.
So you're going to find a lot of bling blings in there, and you can continue your bling bling journey. But she did find the man, this honk, that was pretty attractive. So she put it out there into the universe. So universe, let's start making that happen for Maricel, because there's only so much time I can spend with her.
Moving right along. I also put trips. So
yes,
2020, January 2nd, I went to New Orleans.
That's right.
Yes, I went to New Orleans. That was another interesting because we were taking the Uber, and we, Yolanda and I, we were we will ask them, and can we ask you about Katrina?
Oh yeah.
You know,
That was a long time ago.
and yes, it was 14 years ago.
14 years ago.
14 years ago, but the effects are like if it was yesterday.
Yeah.
And we had this Uber driver, you know me, I forget names, but she said her story and how, you know, it's in us to just, you know, prevail and keep going. And you know, there a lot of people, you know, give up or, you know, are down and out, but the rest of us, we get up and come on, dust yourself off. Let's go.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, with that comes a lot of, you know, either depression or
Yes.
mental instability, and definitely something we need to be talking a little bit more of. It's okay, you know, to feel down
Mm-hmm.
and feel a certain way, and to express those things and talk to people about it, right? Because that's how we heal, is by talking and stuff. And you know, yeah, that one, I mean, I wasn't there, but shoot, that impacted me too, Katrina and stuff.
That was when I think about it, it's like when they were on top of their houses. And just waving for help.
Yeah.
That was the levee that gave way.
Mhm.
That's what happened. And
I would freak. I literally would freak out.
a lot of people died.
Yeah,
A lot of people
sure.
died. A lot of people didn't, you know how to swim
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. And it's been 14 years with Katrina, but they still feel like it was
Wow.
yesterday. They're
Yeah.
like, it was just amazing. And then a lot of eating, a lot of oysters, baked, parmesan cheese, jalapenos, raw oysters. I had it all. I was like, yeah, bring it. And then we have a little clip that we'll show where the guy is just standing there. I was there like for 3 hours, you know, just, you know, having
Really?
a little dinner. And that's all he did was open them. And everybody would just take them, you know, the servers.
Yes.
And he's just there.
A lot of work.
I'm like, he'll be going home like that
No,
by
right?
the end of the day. But they were fresh. He said that
Oh.
they're only come from 15 minutes away. So
Oh my gosh, that's
it was
awesome.
so good.
Well,
Yeah, I want
I
some more.
ate a lot too, and probably gained back sort of a little pounds that I tried to lose before I left. But there are certain things that I think I'm not going to eat for a while that it relates to Puerto Rican food. But I had a lot of mojitos. I love mojitos.
Didn't you have the tamarindo? Was it?
No, you know what? And my father-in-law's girlfriend wanted us to go to La Guancha.
Okay.
And La Guancha, they have Genepa mojitos.
No way.
Oh my God, which I heard was supposed to be fabulous, and we never made it.
Mm.
And I'm so disappointed because they actually closed it down. All
Yeah,
the vendors are out.
They're
so
out.
Coco was, because it was my number one
yeah,
favorite,
That one that you said.
and parcha. Although for some reason, I don't know if it's the season, but the parcha mojitos were sour, like bitter.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't like my biggest hit. But I didn't. But so I just kept on drinking mojitos de coco, and it was to die for.
Man.
I love mojitos.
Coco's always in season, but it's like quenepas are in August. I know that because they blossom in Ponce. So in August in Ponce they usually have the Quenepa Fest.
Oh my gosh!
Yes, they have the Quenepa Fest. They have everything, lean belly, earrings, and you know from the little. They're amazing.
So get this. So a friend of mine invited us to his father-in-law's house for kind of a Christmas holiday party, by far the best that I attended. But people bring things, and it was my first time going, right? And I had, pitorro / moonshine, pistachio, pineapple, almond, grape, raisin, and some fruity stuff.
Oh wow!
I had, so that was 5. I stood my ground, trust me. But I didn't know that you can make moonshine pitorro of all these flavors. And they were it was so good. And I kept going back, let's try this one.
You didn't get the recipe?
No, I don't even know, because people would come and just put it on the table for everybody to share.
Oh wow!
But I had, that was like really, really good. I think the pistachio one was the best one that I did like that day. Although they were all good, and they were like liters or bottles, and people were just enjoying that pitorro. So maybe you might want to try a new experiment next year or this year.
Yeah, we gotta go to Puerto Rico once it's all settled.
Yes.
All settled. We'll go over there and tour around and stuff like that and see
Make
where
some
who
pitoros.
has the pitoro.
And some really good pitoros and stuff. But
yeah.
oh my gosh, it was amazing. I love it. I love everything about that. And I wanted to do chichorreando, but I didn't get around to doing that. But one day I'm gonna get
It
there.
sounds like you went chichorreando when you were at that party, at that Christmas party with all the little flavors of
That well, I think chichorreando was like bar hopping. I haven't
Yeah.
bar hopped yet, like
No.
one place to the next to the next.
You're a residential hopping.
Residential hopping. Maybe that's what you want to call it. Yeah, that's what I did. But I want to do chichorreando.
Yeah, like on the bus.
I don't want to do the bus.
No?
No. Because you know what? I'm sorry. Those curves and that big bus that pretty much takes the whole street.
That's true.
No.
That's
you
true.
won't get me on there. And everybody does it. Or, you know, because you see a lot of
Well, a
tourists.
lot of people, and a lot of people that live there, you know, they do it for fun. Like
Well, I'll do it on a Toyota Corolla, like the Orthodox Carson's dad. But you won't catch me on no bus. I don't care how cool that bus looks. No way.
With the lights and the bling
Yeah, and the music. It's pretty cool. My brother did it when he went with this in October. And my son was with them. Yeah, so they took
that's
turns, kind of driving, and they did it in Bonito. So they started down, and as they went up, right. And those roads are kind of wavy, curvy too. But no, you won't get me. Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
talking about those curves, vino, ¿cómo es que se llama en Sabana Grande? Cuchilla Larga.
No, I don't know who that is.
So, talking about the roads, there's one, and just for one car. So you're going up this hill like this, and then I'm telling my mom, I said, Mom, there has to be another road to come down. She goes, No, Mommy, no hay. I go, Mom, there has to be another road. This cannot be. Over here was death, and over here was Fulana's house.
Yeah, exactly.
So, guess what happened to me?
What?
A school bus.
Oh my God, no. See.
And I said, well, I don't know what he's going to do, but I ain't going back. Because yo no voy para allá abajo. So, and he moved. He did probably half a mile to get that bus so I could go because I wasn't moving.
No, see, I did
That's
not,
Puerto Rico, and that's why we love you so much.
And I know that you Puerto Ricans who live out there know us drivers are not from the island because we're like, okay, what do we do next?
And I kept going through the curve with the horn on because they do the curves que no se ve. Y they go zoom.
But nobody does that. Nobody beeps. And
No.
they're supposed to beep. Nobody beeps anymore.
They knew I was coming.
And you're like, and then you're like all of a sudden face to face with the car, and they're pretty good about like pausing or going the other way. And me, like, I would freak out because, you know, it's different how the mentality is from one place to another. Because here, a car comes at you, freak out, you'll probably go off, right? There, they're like, okay, somebody will move, and it's no big deal. Because they do this every day.
The school bus knew I wasn't moving.
So now you know why I drink a lot of pitoro. My father-in-law was driving, and that's how the roads were.
So you're in the middle, like,
No, I'm in the backseat like
Dios me
this.
bendiga.
And I'm like, oh my God. And you're going up, you know, and I'm just like, 'cause some of those roads are crazy. But my son says, when he drove out there, that it was like riding on a racetrack. So he makes fun, you know, he's a pilot, so imagine that up there doesn't bother him. So he took over the car and he said, yeah, it's like doing a racetrack kind of driving. He's like, and he loves
and they
it.
don't put signals or nada.
Nothing.
They
They don't even follow the rules of the lights.
They like, it's midnight. You don't have to stop for the red light.
They don't stop at the red light for anything. They're just like, and they cut in front of you. And I come back with a lot of patience because you have to have patience.
Yeah, you do.
You do. So I came back with a lot of patience too. So when everybody was cutting in front of me this morning, I was like, okay, I'm in Puerto Rico. Just go right in.
They're just late.
They just late. Yeah.
Well, what else? Oh my God, but you know, 2020 started with a bang because it ended on the weekend before. You know how everybody says, oh, what did we do for New Year's?
Yes.
You know, on the weekend before, the last weekend. Well, I was in bed.
You were in bed.
I was knocked out with influenza. I thought I was going to die.
Gosh.
I thought I was like, I felt useless. I didn't know how it was going to go away. I'm like, please just take it away. And, you know, just the effects.
Yeah.
Like, I still feel myself a little honka and stuff like that. But who really took a toll was on my baby Elijah. A week and 3 days still in the hospital. Poor thing, 5 months. But he'll be up soon.
Yeah.
He's a champ. He's my grandson.
He's a little Maximus.
Yeah, Elijah Maximus.
So yeah, those flu season.
That's
Said
crazy.
everyone, I don't get the flu shot, but you see me washing my hands. I use essential oils, as you know. So I have one called On Guard, and it's really mix it with some of your vitamins to kind of build up your immune system. Look, I put that stuff in my hand. I'm like,
but you know what they say too? You can put it in your like coffee.
Yeah.
I'm getting into that with the oils. My daughter does that, and she did it for when she was expecting Elijah. So now in the hospital, she's like, Mom, bring my oil. So she put a little bit, and the baby was just was like, wow.
Yeah, essential oils are my thing.
Yeah.
So as we start wrapping up, how's your word of the year going?
Adventurous. Yes, it was. Yesterday, I almost clicked on an adventure that I wanted to take on my own. I'm following Ida and Aisha on their tour for their hair products. I have currently Honey Baby Naturals, and I didn't click on it, and then I was informed that it was rescheduled.
Or was it meant to be?
Thing. So I was like, you know what?
It'll happen.
But that was a trip to Puerto Rico because they're going to Puerto Rico in some months.
There's a lot of events happening in Puerto Rico. Well, my word was confidence, and it is confidence, and I'm seeing my confidence elevated stuff in 2020. It's what is that? You do you, I do me. But I am going to step it up this year at many different levels because I didn't know this, but I am a badass.
I love it. I'm a badass. She a badass. You're a badass. So
we're all a badass.
Give us your feedback. This is our first show from 2020.
Yes.
Many more to come. Please follow, subscribe, share. And the shirt, where's that?
I do it for my mama.
I do it for my mama.
And mine is from Puerto Rico. And let's give them 2 events that are upcoming this week. We try to promote whatever events are happening out in the community. And on Thursday, the 16th, Negocio Now, which is owned by Clemente Nicado, an amazing guy who just really does a lot for the community, is having a Los 26 de 26. So he's honoring 26 businesses from 26th Street from 6 to 9, and it's co-hosting with the Little Village Chamber of Commerce. Yes. So get your tickets. We'll provide you information on that.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
It does sound like fun. And then on Saturday we have Fiesta de la Calle with Segundo Luis Berbis, and it starts at 6 p.m. also. And if you're familiar with Puerto Rico, every year they do a Sanses 2020, where he pretty much does something here in Chicago, and it's the world famous Fiesta de la Calle de San Sebastián. And that's another fun event if you have nothing to do. These are the 2 upcoming events this week. And we will leave you with that. As always, we want to thank you for watching our show.
Yes.
And you have a marvelous week, and we will see you next week. Cafecito en la mano.
Cafecito.
2020.
And make some phone calls.
Cheers. Bye-bye.